Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Pleasure having you on. Now we move east, where a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake off Russia's far eastern coast had triggered tsunami warnings across the Pacific. The earthquake, which hit near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula at about 11:25 a.m. local time on Wednesday, is believed to be one of the most powerful ever recorded. Around 2 million people were ordered to evacuate in Japan, Russia and Hawaii, but most warnings do discuss updates on this story. We're joined by Deep Sethi, who's located in Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, California. He owns the Bombay Palace restaurant in Los Angeles. And we're also joined by Professor Vibhuti Rai, who's the Dean of the Faculty of Science at Lucknow University. He joins us live from Lucknow, of course. I want to first move to Deep Sethi. Can you talk us through your day, Deep? Obviously, you are in one of these West Coast regions where the tsunami, the warnings were triggered. What can you tell us about your day on the West Coast?
So it's still morning here. It's about 8 o'clock, and I was surprised, actually. I didn't know about it until this morning. But checking onto it, the coastal towns have been asked no swimming, no surfing, and to stay on a higher altitude. And the bigger tsunami threat is near Santa Barbara in Humboldt County, which is much further away from Los Angeles. So, and to what I hear, it's been downgraded so far. So,
yes, indeed, Deep. But how has the mood in the area been? Obviously, you wouldn't have expected to be part of a tsunami warning. Throughout the day, obviously, the risk has been declared as less. However, overnight, did you hear anything? Did the government send out any messaging on the west coast of the United States?
So surprisingly, nothing. Usually you get an alert on your phones, and so far nothing. But been walking in the morning and talking to people. Most of the people actually are unaware, and life is just going on just as normal.
Okay, Deep Sethi, thank you very, very much for taking the time and joining us on the program. We're now joined by Professor Vibhuti Rai, who's the Dean of Faculty of Science at Lucknow University. Thank you very much for joining us once again.
Of course, thank you.
Of course, this 8.8 magnitude earthquake off of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula is believed to be one of the most powerful recorded. Can you explain the science behind such massive seismic events and their potential global impact?
Oh yeah, it's basically the plate which constitute almost the entire Earth. We have this Pacific plate, the thin layer at the top of the Earth. It is colliding with the plate which is part of Russia, and it's locally called as Kamchatka plate. In between, the two are moving towards each other, and Pacific plate is down under thrusting the Russian side of the plate, and there we have the part of the entire Pacific ring of fire that we have, where we have earthquake prone areas along with many volcanic eruptions. So that's the region, and this is the epicenter of this 8.8 mag earthquake was almost the far eastern side of Russia. So this Kamchatka is actually the land area, and just at the margin of it, we have the subduction zone. And this subduction zone is locally known as the Kuril-Kamchatka subduction zone. And there we have this earthquake having its focus about 20.7 kilometers down deep. within the ocean. So that's the reason it has a lot of impact on the ocean, which has triggered the tsunamis. And these tsunamis it's almost 16 hours since it has occurred. And since then, the early warning system across the Pacific, all the land areas and in the island areas, including the Japan and the coastal areas of all the Honshu, Hokkaido, all these islands, and also the Hawaiian Islands, they have had the first warning because they are the closest from where these seismic waves in the form of tsunamis have occurred. But as I understand, Japan has downgraded the level of the impact. But then these waves must be traveling all across, cutting through the areas of western side of Canada and then western side of USA, then Chile. So I think it's still these seismic impacts have the tsunamis moving further ahead. Now, the tricky question is that after such a big earthquake of 8.8, this is one of the world's 8th biggest earthquakes ever. The last one was in 2011. That was in this Southeast Asia. That was 9.1. Wow. And then this Indonesia earthquake, the Banda Aceh and all those areas. And then 2010, the Chile earthquake of 8.8, the same mag. This Kamchatka area has a history of large earthquakes. Way back in 1952, there was an earthquake that took place about, I think, in November, then in 1952, which was having magnitude of 9 on the Richter scale. So this entire region is pretty, this ring of fire has a probability of earthquakes and tsunamis, and there's early warning system all across put forward, especially after this 2011 earthquake of Indonesia.
Yes.
So all across we have the early warning system, which provides within 5 minutes or 10 minutes of time to all the countries what has happened and how tsunamis are moving forward, and people should be evacuated. As I understood, about 2 million people have already been evacuated from Japan and other countries. So almost 26 countries are actually going to be affected. That's what the information we have.
Professor Rai, please stay with us. We have some more information for the viewers. The US National Tsunami Warning Center